This video is about some Nathan Meyer Rothschild quotes from brainyquote.com and some quotes from my series, which is basically the first 5 degrees. I have about 34 degrees on my Wu-Chan channel. And they basically go Illuminati, which is all about the Illuminati, the evolution of it. Psychiatry is about the psychiatry, how it's part of the New World Order, you know, the main tool they use, pharmaceutical industry is the most profitable industry, and the evolution of it. And then we go on to confessions, which is how I feel about the gang wars, the race wars, the different racial groups in America, the Illuminati's racist eugenics agenda, and how I feel about it without trying to be politically correct or trying not to offend anyone, really taking the gloves off, really not holding my tongue and saying how I feel like saying it, how I feel. Now, let's get these Rothschild quotes out of the way. We are like the mechanism of a watch. Each part is essential. Who controls the issuance of money controls the government. As long as a house is like yours, and as long as you work together with your brothers, not a house in the world will be able to compete with you, to cause you harm, or to take advantage of you. For together you can undertake and perform more than any house in the world. So those are famous Nathan Meyer Rothschild quotes. Now go into my Illuminati series, and I'm going to say it how I said it in the series to show you that, you know, it was quite appropriate how I said it, because the forum, the specific forum, was in that series. It's like putting on a movie. Like, you can't blame the actor for acting in a movie. The Illuminati Part 1 was about the evolution of the Illuminati told by somebody like me. And it's exactly that's what it is. A few deities are important, Molech and Baal, and I will get into them later. Also Osiris, Horus, and Amun-Ra. Whites long ago, the Greeks specifically, used to go to Egypt and learn, including Herodotus. And I go on, you know, into detail. That's from Illuminati Part 1. I made that 4 years ago, 4 years and a month ago, August 2009. I think it was August 28th or something. Anyway, Psychiatry Part 3. This is for my psychiatry series, about psychiatry, the evolution of it, and obviously I'm presenting it as somebody who's outraged at psychiatry. So this is how I present it. Mimicking how I presented it, which is how I feel is quite appropriate. In 1808, a German physician named Johann Christian Reil coined the term psychiatry. And later, Francis Galton, Charles Darwin's cousin, would coin the term eugenics. Nazism was the ideology and practice of the Nazi Party and Nazi Germany. It was a unique variety of fascism that involved biological racism and anti-Semitism. Now, this is from my confession series. This is actually a more watered down part because I didn't really want to, you know, repeat the more harsh parts, because it was really appropriate to that series more than to this series. So everything, there's a time and place for everything, even acting like an asshole. That's part of the point of this video. But anyway, part 84. Schools exist for the purpose of changing your mind. And I go on later to say, they all exist for the purpose of making you see things the way the white power structure does. And I would add that this makes it more conducive to the white elite's agenda to have you seeing it their way, or a way that's very similar to theirs, that is going to make you push their agenda along. Now, my last quote before this video cuts off on me like it did before. This is actually the second time making it. 777 series part 171. Pfizer is the company that did the tests on the Nigerian, and the money went to biological warfare. I go on to say, Pfizer's drugs are nothing more than sugar pills with side effects that are rampant. So all throughout all my series, I'm using facts, I'm using sources, and the only difference is in the presentation, because the criteria of that series, the theme, more accurately, more appropriately to say, is the theme of that series goes along with my behavior and my presentation. And I'm also considering the audience, because some of the people that I hate and some of the people who antagonize and fools from the opposition view who can never address my key points but don't admit that I have addressed their key points thoroughly are the ones who are commenting most of the time. So everything is what it is. It's quite appropriate, and I have close to zero regrets. The only regrets I have is that I lost access to some of my accounts, so I can't take off the videos that I no longer feel truly represent that playlist or my worldview. Thank you.